Oh hey! Didn't see you there. It's me, Gabby Untalan.
I'm Earl D.
I'm Maro.
And we are Theo students doing our project. Okay guys, let's read it now. Chapter 7, The Kingdom and Money. What did you learn from that, Maro?
Okay, wait. I don't understand. Does this mean that Jesus is saying that you can't be rich and only the poor can enter the kingdom of God? Because I don't buy that.
You know, like honestly, I don't see it. Like, so yeah, you can't be rich when you want to enter the kingdom of God. Is that right, Earl?
No, he's not saying that only the poor can get in. But he's also saying that the rich should know how to sacrifice their wealth and their excess for the poor.
Sure.
It's about sharing. Sharing is caring, not the love.
So like, okay, so how does that relate nga to, you know, the story of the fish and the whatever and the loaves?
Do you remember that story, Maru?
You know, Jesus when he fed the thousands of people, like what was that?
Yeah.
The miracle.
Yeah, the multiplication thing.
Oh, yeah.
Actually-
What?
Actually, based on Nolan's readings, what he said about the miracle of the multiplication of the loaves and fish was not because he multiplied the food. It was actually because people, when they saw Jesus like splitting the food, they also had like that inner want to go ahead and share what they had and give it to the people that didn't bring.
So
Sure,
like,
not everyone's.
That's such a new take on the multiplication of loaves and
Yeah.
fish. Like I never thought of it in that perspective talaga. Right, Maro?
Truly.
Truly.
Also, like to add to that, there's another story about a man who sold his real estate. But then, if you read that story itself, you'll notice that he didn't sell his own house, only the ones that he deemed excess.
Yeah, so basically nga, it's about generosity.
Yeah, it's about having enough for yourself and giving.
So it
everything else
doesn't
to the
necessarily mean nga that parang, you know, only the rich, or only the poor will go to heaven and that the rich people can't go to heaven.
Yeah.
Because as Saint Ignatius says nga, diba, dearest Lord, teach me to be generous.
Tama.
Tama.
And unlike the kingdom of Satan,
Yeah.
where there's a structure between, there's a hierarchy between the rich and the poor. It's not heaven because everyone's equal.
That's true.
So it's not about being poor. It's about having what you deserve.
So does that mean that I need to give all of my wealth so that I can get into heaven?
Of course, no. It's really about you.
Yeah, like, this phone, will I give it off talaga? Like, can I not enjoy it anymore?
No. Siyempre, let's say I have 2 phones.
Okay.
And then you don't have a phone.
I don't have a phone.
So I'll just give it to you.
So
It's
so
about
happy.
you having one also and me having one too. It's about all of us having enough and we're all equal.
I think that's the problem right with society nowadays. Like we're in such a capitalist culture that we're in such a capitalist culture, and well, you know, here in our course now, people think that we're going to end up as capitalists. But I think, you know, from our perspective, we can make a promise nga that when we're out there in the world eventually, we start to become men for others and really try to make a step to become more generous na. Kasi if we don't start, then, you know, who else will, diba?
And as a management engineering student, the one thing that they always try to tell us, lalo in our home org, something about sustainability.
Yeah, people, planet, and profit.
Yeah. You have to integrate all three, not just
Like we can't generosity, like it doesn't just need to be with the people, but also with our environment as well and the rest of God's creation.
Yes.
Like money can be a source of greed, but it can also be a source of generosity, right?
Okay, but like, how will I apply this reading to life?
life.
I want to be rich. Like, how can I apply this reading to my life?
Well, I don't know, Maro, pero like from my perspective, like we were talking about this earlier na here in college, it's like a training ground talaga for us. And like let's say in our ORAs when we start to work, it's like they're really teaching us a lot of stuff. Na parang like generosity kasi it's not about CSR, it's more about CSV now. Diba? Creating shared value. Like instead of looking at it as just giving and giving and giving, like from a perspective of an ME student, we could really like profit as well and at the same time help others. Like, you get that?
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way na lang din. We're in a very different society now compared to like with Jesus' time. Like, parang sobrang we progressed a lot na rin. And I guess living in this capitalist world, we can't really see it that clearly yet. But then, remember Maya's advocacy about CSV, creating shared value. It's not about just creating profit, but it's also about the people and also maintaining the planet.
That's true. And parang, now nga, we're learning so much stuff, accounting, and eventually we're gonna learn other
Finance.
majors in finance. And then we're always gonna have this mindset about money. And it's like, we can always think of profiting, but there's also a way to profit with helping other people as well. And that's, creating shared value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember from the other readings then, it's always about incorporating what we can learn in the other subjects to theology. It's not about theology standing by itself.
With theology it transcends so many of the other disciplines and it integrates so many of them as well. So it's really helping us talaga. Like if you can just wrap your mind around that, diba? It's not all about the money. It's about helping others as well. It's about becoming meant for others.
That's true.
That's true.
I guess start early nga, start in college pa. Maybe like from org work stuff, or maybe like from the small businesses that you might have. Start there now. Parang don't just focus on the profit itself.
So it's okay if I have money, but as long as I have that sense of detachment from it.
Yes.
Wow.
Dude, the gets.
Dude, I can't believe you got that. You are so great. Good job. Good job.
I think we should write that
Good job.
You should write that down before
Yeah.
we forget. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. Do the report. Okay. Let's go.